Sunny Hostin thought she had the upper hand, but what happened next left her, and everyone else, stunned. Bill Maher didn't just respond, he completely dismantled her argument, all while staying calm, composed, and razor-sharp. This wasn't just another day on *The View star. Sunny Hostin, the self-proclaimed voice of moral authority, decided to challenge Bill Maher in what seemed like an attempt to push her woke agenda. But Maher wasn't about to play along. The result? A clash so epic, so one-sided, that it left the audience, and even Sunny herself, in utter shock. Let's break down what went down, because you won't believe how Maher tore her point to shreds, one argument at a time. The first jab, Sunny tried to weaponize the term woke with her trademark tone, questioning Maher about his recent criticisms of the left and their obsession with woke politics. Why would someone like you, who's supposedly progressive, use a term that's been hijacked by the right? She asked, unfazed. Maher responded with a level of clarity that left no room for debate. Sunny, I don't think the issue is the word itself, he said. The problem is what the word now represents. It's no longer about fighting injustice. It's about silencing people and enforcing conformity.
Well, I had a different question, but it struck me that in the first segment you used the term woke, and you said that woke is what was sort of ruining everything. And I know that you're...
No, I didn't say ruining everything. I said that's why Trump could get reelected.
That's why Trump could get reelected.
Yeah.
So the term woke has been, in my view, co-opted by the right and weaponized and bastardized. And so I was surprised to hear you use the term, because historically, as you know, because I think you're quite brilliant, that woke is a word used by the Black community to note...
Sunny wasn't about to back down. She took her argument to the next level, accusing Maher of giving conservatives ammunition to attack the left. Her tone was sharp, and every word was carefully chosen. But Maher wasn't taking the bait. Look, he said calmly, this isn't about left versus right, it's about common sense. When we support ideas that don't align with reality, we're losing people. The audience erupted in applause, but Sunny wasn't finished yet. She pressed on. The word woke was originally used by the Black community to highlight the need to be aware of social injustices. But why? Why is that a bad thing? Maher responded, it's not a bad thing, Maher responded, and originally, that was absolutely a great thing, being alert to injustice. Who's not for that? But words do evolve. I'm also concerned about the fact that the International Criminal Court just today issued a subpoena for Bibi Netanyahu. Well, that's ridiculous. The heat of the exchange was palpable as Sunny, visibly frustrated, shifted the conversation to a completely different topic, Israel and Palestine. She attempted to frame Maher as dismissive of innocent lives being lost in the conflict. Are you not concerned about the innocent lives being lost? She asked. Maher's response was sharp and direct. Of course, I am. But let's not pretend Hamas isn't the problem here. They openly call for genocide. They've started 5 wars since being given land. This isn't about Israel not wanting peace, it's about Hamas not wanting Israel to exist, Maher stated. The room fell silent. Sunny's usual rebuttals were nowhere to be found, Maher then added, but don't tell me the left hasn't changed. I mean, I'm old enough to remember when it was the conservatives who hated the Jews. A bit of humor? Maybe. But as he continued, he was serious. Okay, that was a joke. But, too dark? Maybe it is, but it's true. You know, if I had any doubt that I was right about the shift in the left, watching people protest for a terrorist organization like Hamas, Maher straightened up, saying, it's just astounding to me that they can't tell the good guys from the bad guys. Morally, I mean. Let me tell you, if you're for Hamas, just live in Gaza for a day. And I'm not talking about during the war, but before the war. Trust me, you'd be running, screaming, and begging to live in Tel Aviv, a place that shares your values. That was Maher's mic drop moment. Realizing she was losing ground, Sunny made a last-ditch effort to regain control by questioning Maher's commitment to progressive values. But don't you think the left has to lead on these issues? Isn't it our job to set the moral standard? She asked. Maher's reply was the ultimate takedown. The left used to lead with compassion and logic. Now, it's all about outrage and control. I'm not sure that's the path forward. Abandoning progressive values? I'm trying to save them, Maher responded, passionately emphasizing the rights women don't have in many majority Muslim countries. Women have no rights in these places. There's no equal rights when it comes to speech, dress, education, reproductive rights, freedom from violence, or harassment. And don't forget the LGBTQ community, they face similar struggles. You throw around the term apartheid. But there's gender apartheid in many parts of the world, where women are treated as second-class citizens at best. Maher pressed further. Are you at all concerned about the innocent civilians, largely women and children, who have been collectively punished and murdered? He then pivoted to the situation in Israel, addressing the subpoena issued against Netanyahu. The International Criminal Court just today issued a subpoena for Bibi Netanyahu? Ridiculous. But this is a war. They were attacked, and now they are defending themselves. Maher wasn't done yet. Do you think Hamas needs to be destroyed? Yes? Then how do we do that? Maher firmly stated that Hamas needs to be destroyed due to its status as a terrorist organization that openly calls for genocide against the Jewish people and the State of Israel. He explained that Hamas has launched multiple attacks, started 5 wars, and instead of using the resources they received from the international community for constructive purposes, they spent it on weapons and building tunnels. When asked how Hamas could be defeated, he pointed out the harsh reality of war and emphasized that the solution lies in stopping the attacks on Israel. He stressed that in any conflict, narratives are often manipulated, and he never trusts a side until he checks all the facts. By the end of the segment, Sunny appeared rattled, her attempts to corner Maher failing as he remained calm and focused on his points. Maher's words had clearly struck a chord, leaving Sunny with no effective rebuttal. He reflected on the evolution of political labels, noting that he, along with others, identified as old-school liberals or conservatives, but that the definitions had changed over time. He humorously suggested that a new term for woke might be needed, considering how the word has become triggering. Drawing a parallel to the term homeless, Maher explained how it had evolved from being a label for people living on the streets to a term that framed them as individuals experiencing homelessness. He sarcastically noted that the current view seemed to treat the homeless as an endangered species that needed protection in their natural habitat, under a bridge. The audience applauded, not just for Maher's sharp observations, but for his ability to dismantle the narrative with wit and clarity. Bill Maher showcased a remarkable ability to calmly dismantle an argument with poise and logic, never resorting to insults or shouting. In contrast, Sunny appeared eager for the segment to end, unable to regain control. This wasn't merely a debate, it was a masterclass in handling bad faith arguments with grace. Maher didn't just defend his position, but also exposed the flaws in the ideology that Sunny was trying to defend. When the conversation shifted to President Biden, Maher pointed out that while Biden and Trump are close in age, their public presentations couldn't be more different, highlighting how Biden often comes across as significantly older. His candid remark about Biden's appearance was sharp but reflective of his personal perspective. What do you think? Was Maher spot on? Or did Sunny have a valid point? Let me know in the comments below.